Hey guys, what's going on? It's King Clutch here, and today guys, we're back on the NBA 2K22. I hope you guys are having a great day and everything's going well for you guys. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to be showing you guys how you can build the Zion Williamson build here. Now honestly guys, this build, I think this is the closest build to a power forward build that we had last year that I was able to get. Now, everyone knows the 6'7" power forwards last year were overpowered in 2K21. I made a couple of builds, I deleted some, made a few here, these ones I didn't delete, but this is the one I'm going to go with here. Now, it ends up being a two-way inside-out scorer, so I'm just going to show you guys what I ended up going for with this. It is kind of nice how you can actually go back, and when you made a build, you can just hit edit build, and I can show you guys it instead of having to remake the whole thing. For one, that's really cool. So it's like if you forgot something, but you can also go back and tweak something. So if you wanted like a lot of what you had originally, you can keep that. So guys, for this build, I made it a small forward. I'm going to go 6'7", 229, 6'10" for this wingspan, defined for the body shape. Again, that doesn't matter. I went 6'7", 229. I get Zion's a little bit heavier, but with this build, we're still getting pro dribbles, we're getting contact dunks. We're getting quite a bit of things here, guys. Now, when it comes to these attributes, guys, here's what we had. So, for these badge totals, we got 18, 22, 22, and 27. A big thing with this build is you're getting contact dunks, you're getting pro dribbles, and another thing with this build is your physicals are great. The way I looked at this is I really wanted a build that had decent strength. I feel like strength is something a lot of people overlook in 2K in general. Like a lot of people will make, small forwards, tall shooting guards, things like that with no strength. So when you have no strength, you can't really do a whole lot. If you're getting in a contact battle and someone's like, backing you down, you can't do much. With a 70 strength, a 70 versus 25, you should be able to body that person. Now, in your 230, which is pretty heavy. And now one thing with this too, so we got 92 driving dunks. So for these badges here, as you guys can see, there's a lot more when it comes to these. We're going to be able to get gold posterizer. We get gold lob city finisher. I really like this limitless takeoff badge so far. And then a lot of these too, again, kind of just depend how you want to play it. But everyone will be a little bit different on the badges they use. But posterizer I'd use, fearless finisher, lob city finisher, the limitless takeoff, things like that. Now, two with this build, I made sure with my post control, I upgraded post control. Now the reason I did that is because when you upgrade post control, you can get back down Punisher. I just wanted bronze back down Punisher. Again, I could have gone a little bit higher, but with this bronze back down Punisher, I should be able to back people down. I'm heavier, and if they don't have any post defense, any interior defense, you'll be able to back them down. So that's the reason I wanted that. And I get this build, you can play this as a wing. You run this build as a wing. Now I keep hitting back by accident, that's just my bad. This whole menu kind of confuses me. I'm still getting used to it. But for these shooting stats, we got an 85-3, a 70 mid-range, and then I upgraded the free throw. Free throw this year is like really cheap. You can spend a bunch of points on it and it doesn't really cost you anything. I just did that in case I play Pro-Am or Rec. I don't play a whole lot of Pro-Am or Rec, but I figured might as well spend that. Now, with this, we have quite a variety of shooting badges. The only thing we don't have is Chef, but we can get quite a few of these other ones, whether they be Limitless Spot Up, Corner, Deadeye, Circus 30s, a lot of these other ones that I'll just use instead. That's what I got for those shooting badges. Then when it comes to these playmaking badges, we have 22 of these. We're going to be getting pro dribble moves. Now, you can go with an 80 ball handle. Now, the ball handle, I went through, looked for the animation thresholds. A lot of them were 80s. There was only a few that were 85 plus, and you can still get those. Some of them, though, you need to be 6'5" or under. So some of these, I made this build 6'7", so some of them we can't get. And the same thing with these driving dunks ratings. I heard you had to have vertical. I upgraded vertical on my build anyways. I feel like it would help. It's not going to hurt you. Like it'll help with rebounds, blocks, chase an artist, dunks in general. So I was like, we'll just spend it. Let's see if vertical actually matters this year. And again, it was cheap. So I was like, might as well. And I figured you would need it for driving dunk. That's what I heard at least. And I figured I might as well just at least put it at an 86. So for that, guys, we can get pretty much all the dunks. The only thing you don't get is a Hall of Fame posterizer, which is kind of upsetting. But again, you literally need a 98 or 99 driving dunk for that. One thing on this build that I don't like is not having a standing dunk again. I was thinking about it. I'd probably rather have back down Punisher than a higher standing dunk. But with this too, we got these playmaking stats. So we can create our own shot. We have a lot of these. We can get this new hyperdrive badge. I really do like this. We got hyperdrive handles for days. You can get ankle breaker 2, bronze bailout. Silver quick first up. Again, I wish this was gold, but again, we're just going to have to live with it. But for that there. When it comes to these defensive badges, guys, we have plenty of these. We can get, I'm definitely going to use Brick Wall, Chase an Artist, Clamps 2, Pickpocket you can use, Menace is something I like, Intimidator we can only get on Silver. Again, I wish this was a little bit higher. We only get a 78 block, though we don't get an 81 block for that. But again, that'll still work. We're going to get Silver Rim Protector, which will help, get, with Chase an Artist, give us those leaping animations, Pogo Stick, all those there. Now, we have really good physicals too. So we got the 70 strength and a 95 stamina. We'll get +4 on all of our physicals this year. You don't get +4 on anything else, but you get them on your physicals, guys. So I went with that. Now, for these takeovers, I went with extreme clamps and finishing moves, but you have choices of you have choice of slashing, shot creating, sharp, or defensive takes. Again, you can pick whatever you'd like. I went with extreme clamps and finishing moves, those for these. For this build here, we're going to get a two-way inside-out scorer, and for these shades of, we're going to get Mikel, Gordon Hayward, and Jaylen Brown. But when it comes to these badges here, guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys these. Again, this whole system is taking me a little bit to get used to all these buttons, all this button pushing, and the way that these are different points. As you can see here, like Limitless Takeoff cost you 6 points, 6 out of my 18 to get this on Hall of Fame, whereas it cost me 4 on gold. Some of these are different, like these are all 6, but some of them are 5. None of these finishing ones are 5, but like Pro Touch cost me 5 to get it on gold, so it's gonna probably cost me 7 to get it on Hall of Fame if I wanted. But I'm gonna go ahead and use Limitless Takeoff here on Hall of Fame, put back Boss on bronze, so we get those animations, Lob City Finisher on bronze, Posterizer here up to gold, and then again, the rest of these you can pick. I'm gonna use Fearless Finisher on the rest of these too. You could put wherever you'd like. I want to use Back Down Punisher though. Again, a lot of these new ones I haven't tried, like Fast Twitch. Again, so some of these I'm just going to kind of mess with, but again, a lot of the basic ones you're going to want to use. And too, if you guys don't know, for the colleges you pick, you can decide on, you can end up getting badge boost. So for that, I picked Gonzaga, so that gave me, if I win the championship, I get 3 extra finishing badges, and I think it's an extra playmaking. So that gave me a total of 22 finishing, 23 playmaking, so I got 22 badges in every category. Defense, I didn't want to add anything to. For the shooting badges, I'll use blinders here, difficult shots. Again, too, these, I kind of got to mess with a lot of these new ones to see which ones I actually like. Again, this is going to take a little bit getting used to figure out what badges this year are actually good. And, fit them towards your play style and how you want to play. Everyone's a little bit different. Again, this doesn't really matter. But with this build too, I made sure I had a free throw, so at least if I want to play this build in rec, you can run this as a great 3 in rec, and it'll work just fine. But with these two, I definitely want a quick first step, unpluckable. You can use if you want. I want to use bailout, and a lot of these two for this, I'm just kind of messing with. I don't really know. I gotta mess with them now. With this too, you could put downhill on this build, and that can be incredibly dangerous if you're 230 pounds, being able to sprint even faster. So I might just use that just for the fun of it, and then the last one we'll just have to spend on a bronze badge. So, the way that these badge points work is definitely different. It takes some getting used to compared to what we had in the past. But this hyperdrive badge, to see how that one works. But when it comes to these defensive badges, guys, this is one of our best categories. Now, I'm going to use Silver Brick Wall, Intimidator up to Silver, Pick Dodger you can use if you want. I'm going to throw Pickpocket on here, Rebound Chaser. Menace 2 is something I'm going to be happy for. Now, this Hustler badge too, I'm really curious how this will work. Chase Down Artist 2, I'm really curious if there's a big difference between bronze and silver. Again, that's something we're just going to have to mess with. Usually it could work just to have it on bronze, but again, that might change. But with this too, again, a lot of these badges we're just going to have to mess with. But yeah, for this, guys, I'm actually going to take Pogo Stick off. We'll go here, and I'll take Off-Ball Pest and go with Pogo Stick. But again, these badges, it's just these highlighted ones. It's a lot harder to tell what these levels are on just compared to what we had. But this is what I'm going to use, probably. Again, this is just kind of a rough estimate of what I have for now. But this build, I think this is really close to that 6'7" power forward we had last year. Again, the shooting isn't as good, but it's pretty well defensively, and you're heavier. So again, you don't necessarily have to touch strength. You could go for more badges if you want. But again, I just touch the strength because I feel like overall that'll help me. Let me know what other players you guys want to see, but overall, this is the build I'm going to be rocking with here in 2K22. But anyways, guys, Big King Clutch here. Hopefully, get you another video. Anyways, have a great rest of your day, and peace out, guys. Thanks.